a lot of racial shit into this because, like you said, your boy Joe Torre, he won in 98. The Yankees won in 98. So he actually won Manager of the Year in the year he actually won the World Series. Davis won 3 times now and is still yet to be considered in the top 3.
And that doesn't make any sense at all. But it's for all the reasons I just explained to you. It's not any other reason. It's like a little prick comment to say, that's what them prick casuals do, right? I don't got to explain what they look like, where they live, how they live. Them little prick casuals talking about Dave Roberts. Anybody, I can coach the Dodgers and win the thing. Like, these are the baseball fans that I hate. Yes, y'all definitely should be home watching me talk about baseball. Y'all definitely should be home watching me talk about baseball, because the bogus stuff y'all say, like, I laugh at it because it's so juvenile and primitive and basic, like Dave Roberts deserves a Manager of the Year award. Dave Roberts also made that defensive change with Andy.
Yeah, with Paez, yeah.
Andy Paez brought him in, which saved the game. And those are little defensive differences that you make when you're not being led by metrics, when you actually have played the game for years like Dave Roberts and have a little old school. And before I wrap this particular point, the last 2 greatest managerial performances in baseball have been Dusty Baker's run with Houston and Dave Roberts' run with the Astros. And there's no black managers in the game right now other than Will Venable, the White Sox, and Dave Roberts. And it's never spoken about because we assume, right, in this game that these white guys, it's almost part of the culture, know the game better than anybody else. Right? It's still very systemic in baseball with how they choose their managers and how they choose their players. And I like when an old school dude like Dave Roberts lets everybody know. It's not about color, for one. It's about being a beast with baseball. It's about understanding strategy. The Juan Washingtons, the Dave Roberts, the Will Venable. All these guys played. Dusty Baker. They all played. Look at the guys they're hiring now. With all due respect, the John Schneiders. Come on, dogs.
Yeah,
come on, man. You think they're gonna outmanage Dave Roberts, Dusty Baker, dudes that been through it in the game at a high level, done won world championships for people, understanding the game. They've been managers for years, probably didn't get the shot they deserved at first. Dave Roberts gets a plush job that Don Manley had before him and couldn't do nothing with it. Yeah, he got there, but he lost, bro. Now we talk about Dave Roberts World Series. Just chalk it up, write it on, put it in the book, put it on the board. The Yankees show you it don't work like that. They show you that for the last, 17 seasons now. You don't just put it on a board and it work. You don't just throw a manager out there, then cut him slack every year where he don't make the play when he gets to the World Series and don't win it. If you get there, you can win it. Don't beat me in my head. The Dodgers weren't anointed nothing. They went and took it. Because the manager said, the manager made the little moves. He didn't sit back there and say, before I go, I got Dave Roberts. I got Ohtani. I got Mookie. I got Teoscar Hernandez. I got Will Smith. I got all these guys. I'm going to do this. Like Aaron Boone for 9 innings. Yo, Vic, then when the pressure get hot, what am I doing? I ain't talking to my bench coach like all these guys. I'm doing this.
Come on.
Yeah, bring in Johnson. Hold on.
That's so real. That's so real. You gotta look out.
Bring in Murby. Yo, Dave Roberts out there managing like Dusty Baker was. Yeah. Hold the computers. It's the 13th inning. Hold the fucking math. You're not doing it right now. I got this. I got this. I got this. I am the manager. I'm getting paid to win this game, not to lose it because of some noskis up in the front office telling me how to maneuver, what money we don't have, what money we do have. He hits 212. He hits 212, but he hits with power. No, dog. We forming a team that can win World Series after World Series after World Series with dogs that's going to pitch 6, 7, 8 innings. Not Jacob deGrom. So you trying to get into the Hall of Fame with a 5 inning per pitch. He did nothing. He didn't do anything to help anybody win. He only pitched 5 innings every time he came out and couldn't stay healthy. As much as I love him, like we got
Yeah.
the dogs are Yamamoto's, the Madison Bumgarners, the guys that's going to take that ball one more inning because we don't want to put this ball in anybody else's hands because we watch too much ball and we know they're going to blow the lead.
Let me say this real quick too, and I know you got to head up out of here. One of the reasons why I'm stressing this, just in case anybody's watching this and thinking, oh, are they talking about that? Because last year, if Dave Roberts had lost to the Padres, he would have been on the chopping block with regard to his job. He got an extension just recently. He might not have been the Dodgers manager in 2025, even though he did win. And I know it was a COVID year back in 2020, even though he did lead his team to the playoffs almost every single year in the last 10 years. Like, he would have been on the chopping block. And so that's why I think it's so important to stress the fact that he's not even being listed as a potential manager of the year, despite the fact that he's won more than any of these other managers in this decade and has had his team for longer. And I just think that there's somebody, I don't feel like there's enough people out there
and
to talk
pieces
about
have moved. The pitching staff is different every year. It's not like Clayton Kershaw was in his prime during this dynasty run. He was in his prime when y'all was losing World Series in 17 and 18. That's when he was in his prime, and he was bumming out. So he's been carried by Dave Roberts as well, who has put him in a position to win. No, you're not pitching. I know you want to pitch. We're going to let you sit back, get your ring that you deserve. You're not going to go in there and blow another 5-run lead. They talk about you can't win you can't win in the play. I got you. No, he had that one great performance that saved everything. But it wasn't as a lead dog. It wasn't as a lead dog no more.
It
was a surprise. Oh, he finally pitched good in the World Series at 52 years old. Thank you.
He's 36. All right, so look, and he was probably gonna come in after Yamamoto if Yamamoto didn't pitch them out. But at the end of the day,
thank God he did not. His legacy ain't need that L on it. Yo, I want to talk about the Classic thing next time though. We gotta get back on soon, man, because I gotta bounce off.
I'm going to end this real quick so we can holler about that real quick. But I am just spit it out real quick. Since we don't get the guy that we want on here, what's your guess for who it is that does actually win these awards, AL and NL, real quick?
You know they're going to give it to Snyder.
You think they're going to give it to Snyder?
Yeah,
probably Snyder. Well, I don't know. I'm torn between Snyder and Dan Wilson.
Yeah.
And also,
Dan Wilson did a hell of a job out there. See, a hell of a job.
I think they're taken away from him because of what happened in the last game where they put in Munoz a little too late. But I'm also a little leaning towards my man in Cleveland vote because of what he's having to go through with the manual Class A. Who do you think on the NL side, real quick, before you go?
Honestly, I don't think none of them dudes deserve it other than Dave Roberts. Cincinnati. I mean, NL is type trash. NL managers type trash to me, bro. I don't see any managers that elevate their teams to another level other than Dave Roberts. I really don't. But I'm out of here.
The only one I would argue against it would be Pat Murphy because of all the antics. But anyway,
that's the one everyone wants. Pat Murphy. I wasn't going to say him though. I wasn't because Milwaukee never does anything. They do the same thing every year. They win 90 games. And Pat Murphy, did you take them to a next level? Pat Murphy? No, you didn't. Yeah,
you're right. They did get swept too. That was ugly. Right,
Milwaukee consistently wins between 85 and 95 games a year, no matter who the manager is. Craig Counsell, Pat Murphy.
The gong means we have to close shop, unfortunately. Yep. My man Gamble's got to go today, but we will hopefully be back real soon. We can talk even more because I got to get your opinions on what's going on with this craziness, my friend. So we will leave y'all. Peace out. Let's keep it on. And remember, this is all covered with flavor. Just like chocolate, baby. Hallelujah. We will see y'all on the next trip. Lego.